You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. All right, folks. It is one of the issues that we've also been looking at. Look, we talk about, of course, next year, the election. And that is who is going to be running for U.S. Senate, running for governor. Well, in Florida, could Congresswoman Val Demings be opposing Senator Marco Rubio for the United States Senate seat? Folks close to Val Demings say she is definitely going to run. She was deciding between whether she was going to run for governor or for United States Senate. Apparently, that choice is United States Senate. She has not made it official. We're waiting to hear more about that. Benjamin, what do you make of this? Florida Democrats are in complete disarray. The Cuban-Venezuelan bloc of voters, huge for Republicans. Here you have Val Demings, very strong, of course, when she was one of the impeachment managers. Does she have a shot?
Her name was even floated at one point for the VP spot. I think she definitely has a spot, a shot rather. The difficult thing is the disarray of the Democratic Party there in the state of Florida. I harken back to how Marco Rubio got the spot in the first place. It was because of the divisions in the Democratic Party and the split support between the congressman there and his opponent. The names escape me, but since that time, there has been such a wide opening for Republicans to continuously win over and over again. Here's the thing about Val Demings, though. She is a heavyweight in terms of her political prowess, in terms of her communication skills, in terms of her background. And Marco Rubio is simply not going to be up to the task of going one-on-one with her. So if there is a chance that the Democratic Party can get their thing together, she can handle Marco Rubio if the Florida Democratic Party can get their thing together.
Kelly, I think that Florida Democrats really are going to be in need of a Stacey Abrams, some organizations that are focused on the ground. They've got a year. Of course, the election will take place next year. This is already made. They can't wait. Again, the entire state party is just in shambles. Republicans have solidified their support in Florida. It used to be a swing state. It's a reliably red state. And so it's going to be an uphill battle for Congresswoman Val Demings to beat Senator Marco Rubio. What do you make of her chances?
I think that if we are looking for a Stacey Abrams in Florida, it's not necessarily going to happen. However, because I'm not all that familiar with Florida politics, it is possible that there have already been boots on the ground, rallying the troops in regards to solidifying the Democratic Party such that they can actually be a formidable opponent against the state Republicans down in Florida. My main concern isn't necessarily, well, Val Demings has a shot or not. She absolutely does. My concern is her positioning in the House is so crucial as far as her committee assignments, as far as her voice in the House, and the fact that the majority that the Democrats hold in the House is dwindling what feels like by the day. Her leaving that seat for senator, while great for her and her state, as we all know, as should know, legislation starts in the House. If it doesn't pass in the House, it doesn't necessarily get to the Senate. And the power that the Democrats have in the House, frankly, is all we kind of have at the moment, because it is split all the way down the middle on the Senate side. So that is my only concern, that the power dynamic shift in the House should Val Demings, and I'm sure other Democrat congressmen will have that option of leaving for bigger and better things. But what does that mean in regards to the balance of the House when, frankly, Democrats across the country are more or less in shambles right now?
Well, Congo, bottom line is here. Democrats, they've got slim margin for error. They currently have 50 seats. They want to pick up, obviously, a seat in Florida, or pick up Pennsylvania, or pick up North Carolina, or pick up Wisconsin. and so it's going to be an uphill battle. But it's all doable. But you got to put together a broad-based coalition, and Democrats are going to have to cut into the inroads that Republicans have made with Latinos in Florida, but also they've got to turn out blue counties. They have done a horrible job in the last 2 or 3 cycles turning out voters in Broward and Miami-Dade, which is supposed to be Democrat strongholds.
Absolutely. Well, I think that there are a couple of things that could be working in Val Demings' favor, and between her and Vice President Harris, they were my 1 and 1A for VP. I was great with either one, but for me, is there's a couple of things. These Republican shenanigans relating to January 6th, I think, have the ability to rile up much of the Democratic base in Florida as they see where this direction is going. Marco Rubio used to be somebody who had a little bit more respect before he caved in and became a sycophant to Donald Trump. But we also have to remember that we have many people who came out who are in prisons who have the right to vote, and they ran into a lot of challenges in the last election because of the blockades that were put up against them. And we've been working, people like LeBron James and other people paying their different fines to get them more engaged. So what I'm saying, and then you have Val Demings with her law enforcement background as well. So, and her husband is also very influential. So I do believe that there is the ability to create a broad coalition there, but people definitely have to hit the ground and reach people outside of the normal news stations and airwaves to really get them to the polls, despite all of the challenges that are going to be made for them. And like you said, a Stacey Abrams type, I believe that there are already boots on the ground doing this type of work. And if anybody has a chance of pulling it out for the Democrats, it is indeed Val Demings.
That's something that we'll actually be paying attention for and looking for her formal announcement.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Mark Unfiltered video in just one moment.
Racial injustice is a scourge on this nation, and the Black community has felt it for generations. We have an obligation to do something about it. Whether it's canceling student debt, increasing the minimum wage, or investing in Black-owned businesses, the Black community deserves so much better. I'm Nina Turner, and I'm running for Congress to do something about it.